Mr. Kamal. Welcome to the 8th edition of IHA Awards. So, how was your day today? How did you feel about the whole event? What were your key takeaways from the panels?
No, this is a spectacular event. I was very happy to see some of the points being discussed in two panels, which I very keenly observed. One was on skilling, and the other one was on design and art in hotels. So there were wonderful takeaways. Going forward, the emphasis which has to be there on sustainability, on the local handicrafts and crafts. These are the biggest takeaways that I have, from the second panel. The first panel, which was there post-lunch, which was on skilling, the kind of effort which is being done by different hospitality groups and different walks of life is commendable. And I think it's very fulfilling to note these kind of efforts being made to service this industry for the long time.
So, imbibing culture, artifacts, and everything in the hospitality industry has been the talks today. Yesterday, Union Minister Shekhawat mentioned that there is a need to build economy and budget hotels in India. The industry should invest in it. So, what is your take on it, and how is the industry seeing this as a concept?
Absolutely, because the way the economy is growing, and 2047 we aspire to be a developed nation. So there is a lot of travel which is going to take place, and a lot of business hotels, and especially in the budget segment as well, they have to see the light of the day. And it is very heartening to note that on one hand, when you have got the luxurious hotels coming up, there are other properties, in the budget segment, which are also coming up in tier 2, tier 3. And I think the time has come that even the tier 4 and tier 5 kind of cities, they have these accommodation infrastructure for sustaining, the economy. And I would not only talk about tourism. Hotel is not only for tourism. It is for business, and it is for healthcare, and it is for so many other reasons. So that kind of an infrastructure has to be, and I can understand, the Honorable Minister being responsible for the country, as a whole. He was very right in saying so.
All right. On that note, I'd like to ask you that how do you see the current trends or the forthcoming trends in the industry, in the hospitality industry, and how are they going to change the industry in the coming 5 to 10 years? What are the new things?
Yes. The trends, hotels have become, the newer hotels, especially the hotels which are being developed or which are being run in collaboration with these American chains, the IHG or the Marriott. And what I like about them is a very informal kind of a very welcoming and friendly kind of an environment which these hotel chains are providing to the guests, to the consumers. That is a very good trend, and there is a lot of emphasis on functionality. The pomp and the thing, which was not a very welcome thing about the hospitality, the show off, and that kind of a culture is not there. It's a genuine welcome you're getting, a genuine hospitality product you're getting. You get what you're looking forward to, in such places. So that is a very positive trend I see in the industry, and I think going forward it is going to become even more so, and we have got very good days, to look forward to.
All right, so my last question to you would be that BW Hotelier will be completing 10 years in the coming January. So how do you see such a platform contributing to the hospitality industry?
I think the history goes back in America. There was a Secretary of Commerce. His name was Malcolm Baldrige. And this was a person, who started awards in America to benchmark good practices so that they became the commonplace for the entire industry at large. This is the kind of role BW Hotelier is playing. In 2 days' time, a lot of things which would have otherwise been under the guards has come out in the open. And the people who are keen to learn, they can take a few leaves out of the good practices of very successful hotels and implement those practices in their hotels. So this is going to augur very well for the industry. Kudos to TBW Hotelier.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, sir. It was lovely talking to you.
Thank you.